Tip-tap toes on the icy floor. Clink-clank tools in the workshop door. We're the elves who craft the cheer. But oh, this year is danger near. Jingle jangle, what's that sound? A chilling shadows come around. Sleigh bells ring, oh hear the cry. Something wicked's in the sky. Grab your swords, your spells, your gear. Christmas needs its saviors here.
Hello, and welcome to a very special Christmas one-shot. We made it through a full year of Dungeons & Dragons, guys.
That's so exciting. Not that we made it bit, like I'm not surprised that we made it, but it's exciting that we've been doing it for a year.
Okay, let's set up a few things. So, why isn't that working? There we are. Okay. Excellent. So welcome to Sleigh Bells Ring, a whimsical Christmas Carol one-shot featuring some of your favorite characters from all across the Doctors & Dragons network. My name is CJ. I am, as ever, your humble Dungeon Master for this evening. And we have with us some very special characters. Would you please introduce yourselves?
I was going to say after you, Brianna, ladies first.
Okay, my character is a small halfling dressed in what looks like a chef's uniform, and she's got what looks like a rapier strapped to her side, but it's got two prongs on the end of it instead of just one. And she says, "Hello there. I'm Brianna of Arge. I'm just here to try and help as best I can. I've got somewhere with me. Oh, where's he gone? Where's he gone off to? He likes to disappear. Cameron. And then a little, it looks like a teddy bear. Oh, that's the weapon. And that's the teddy bear. He pops out of invisibility and he gives a little wave. I say, "This is Cameron. He's my familiar. He'll be hanging around with us to help."
Okay, Rue, so let's drill down on your character first before we come to Sarah. Where do we find Brianna of Arge when she receives a knock on the door or a letter delivered to her?
Brianna of Arge is actually in her hometown, Arge, where she's from. And she's just sitting there by the fire, enjoying a nice platter of different cheeses.
Okay.
Are they the baby cheeses that we needed to get for the Christmas decorations? That's an old Kath and Kim joke.
It's a classic, to be sure.
Yes.
Okay, so we find you by the fire and we hear a knock on the door. Bit of Foley work there. You're really upping our game here at Doctors & Dragons. And something slides under the door. A letter, very old style writing, a proper stamp on there with a little candy cane crossed with a sword. And we find that slides right to your feet.
Ooh. I think Cameron probably gets to it before I do and picks it up and runs off. And I'm like, "Cameron, come back. I need to read that. It looks important." I managed to get it off.
So you crack the letter and there's various things in there, but you find a note calling you to Santa's workshop. You find it signed by the Arctic Santa Intelligence Organization. And as you open it up, would you say that Brianna would be on the naughty or the nice list?
I think Brianna would be on the nice list.
So you see a little cookie with a nice little Christmas bow appears on the back of your wrist, and it glows green and pulses green and then settles down. And you will be able to roll with advantage for persuasion checks for the one shot, but you will be rolling at disadvantage for deception checks, as long as you are on the nice list. So yes, you receive this letter. You are called to Santa's workshop for an urgent matter. You've noticed that the writing is a bit shaky, a bit rushed, if you will, and there's no one at the door. But you can certainly gather your things and prepare to make your way to Santa's workshop. Is there anything you would gather or prepare?
I think I would have most of what I need on me. I'd probably just pack a few light snacks and supplies to prepare further light snacks, as well as my trusty weapon, and of course my trusty sidekick.
Oh, what kind of snack are we talking? Like
Lots of dairy inspired things, different assortments of what she really likes cheese. Really.
Very nice. All right, and we see that the letter disappears in a cold flame. A fire envelops the letter, and it doesn't quite burn in your hand, but you feel cold. And we flash forward. We flash to Sarah. Sarah, who do we see as we flash to your character?
Felix is a fluffy white tabaxi, usually dressed in green and maroon and often carrying something like a bell, not around his neck, but just something that jingles. Felix loves anything shiny and anything that makes nice sound. And he's accidentally a bit of a thief. He would argue that he's not stealing things. He's just, sometimes the things just come to him. Sometimes he's just helping rehome items that are clearly not being well loved enough where they're currently living. And he doesn't see any of his magical capabilities as such as true magic. It's just he's really good at what he does. Also, he believes.
Where would we find Felix as he receives a letter delivered to him by unknown means?
I'd say he's curled up by the fire. He's just had a nice hot chocolate. And he's looking through a bag of goodies, of things that were pilfered, shall we say, earlier that day.
So you hear a rustling from the fireplace and a poof of soot as a letter shoots down the chimney and it slides to rest in front of you. Very old, archaic style envelope, a nice crisp symbol sealing it.
As the letter slides out of the fireplace, the first thing you would do is just pounce on it immediately and grab it. It moved, so it needs to be grabbed.
Yep.
And then he's looked back over at the fireplace and go, now that's a good trick. I need to learn how to do that one. We'll practice that later. But I would open the letter next.
You receive the same sort of letter. There's a sketchy handwriting. It's rushed. It's jumbled, calling you to attend Santa's workshop. As a matter of urgency, you've been selected for your unique set of skills. Would Felix...
Ha, of course I have. I have very unique skills.
Would Felix, in their own head, would Felix feel they are on the naughty or the nice list?
He would believe he's on the nice list.
A little symbol flickers on your palm, and you see it pulses red, then green, then red, then green, then red, then green, and you get the same sort of symbol, that little cookie with a nice wreath and bow on it. And it settles and flickers onto green, and you get the sense that it's right on the borderline, but you'll be rolling with advantage for persuasion checks and rolling at disadvantage for deception checks during this game. The other thing I need both of you to do is to roll a d8 for me, if you could.
Ooh, 8.
Okay.
7.
All right. Sarah, Felix receives a scarf of cheer, appears before him in a magical swirl. This is a long striped scarf in festive colors. While wearing it, you have advantage on charisma checks related to singing or spreading holiday cheer. Once per game, you may grant inspiration as a d6, as a bardic inspiration. You must sing a Christmas carol to do. Rue, you receive a fruitcake. A magical fruitcake appears before you. That's all you know immediately, but a fruitcake appears before you in a magical swirl of energy.
I really don't feel like this is going to pair well with anything I've got.
Okay.
Felix.
Let me know if you do eat that at any point. Sorry, Phil.
Oh dear. Felix stands by the fireplace looking over this letter again and again, and obviously he's been chosen for his his skills and urgent assistance, and you can see how hurriedly this letter is being written. This is clearly code. This is a heist on Santa's workshop. I'm in.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are welcome to do anything else, any other preparation. Otherwise, we will flash forward to the arrival at Santa's workshop.
Definitely get my supplies ready. I don't need cheese.
I begrudgingly put the fruitcake in, but like with a nice protective layer between it and the cheese.
The fruitcake seems particularly dense. That's all you can make out without further investigation. All right. So we flash forward. We see your characters traveling through snow, traveling through airships, sea, and carts and wagons, and eventually approaching the Arctic landscape of Santa's workshop. And we see that this is a wonderland of gingerbread houses and candy cane lanes, beautiful candy cane bridges and gumdrop fairies and snowmen, magical wonderland. And you approach the main center of Santa's workshop, and that it's getting very close to Christmas. This is, in fact, Christmas Eve by the time you arrive. And the workshop is busy. There's a big hangar that things are coming in and out of. There's some sort of alchemical lab puffing smoke into the air. There's reindeer prancing around. And yeah, you arrive into the workshop and you are free to proceed in if you wish.
I do.
All right, you arrive. You knock on the door, and a small elf opens the door, and he's dressed in Christmas gear. And he says, "Why, hello there. I'm High Elf Jingleberry. Glad to meet your acquaintance."
Hello there. I'm Brianna. Nice to meet you, Mr. Dingleberry. High Elf Dingleberry?
"Hi, Elf Jingleberry.
High Elf Dingleberry, I'm sorry.
That's all right. We don't take well to height or short comments around here very much, but that's who I am." And you can see that this
Lovely.
Christmas elf is like Oompa Loompa size. Like he's
Not
about
high
half
elf.
the size of an average person.
So
But full
like,
of cheer.
same height as Brianna, the halfling.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere near that front door that I might have actually arrived around the same time as Brianna, but be managing to hide and watch?
You can
this?
certainly do. Would you like to roll
Um,
a stealth check for me?
That would be a 23.
I'll roll something, but you're pretty certain that you're
I think I'm good.
hidden. Yeah, you're pretty certain. Okay. Yes, you're hidden. You can certainly stay out there and observe if you like. From a brief glance around the things, there's the main entrance where Rue's going in, giving you a bit of lay of the land. There is, to the west, a sort of sleigh hangar. There is a sort of a discreet office that's a bit more locked to the north. To the south is a manufacturing area. You imagine they make the presents there. And to the east is some sort of alchemical lab that's puffing all colored smoke into the air, like greens and reds and white smokes. So High Elf Jingleberry is going to look to you, Rue, and he'll say, "Come in. Santa's been expecting you."
I follow him, and Cameron kind of mimics his little waddle as he follows me.
Okay. Yes, you approach the workshop, and Sarah, just jump in. Feel free to interrupt if there's something your character wants to do. I know I can ramble, so just
Oh,
interrupt
good.
me.
I was thinking I might actually attempt to follow them in, but I'd like to try to stealth it.
Okay, make for me one more stealth check. It's a slightly harder check. I will
That
take
makes
advantage-
sense.
I will take into account the first stealth check you've done for that.
24. Let's make that better.
Okay. As you do, the thing on your wrist just flashes red, then green, then red, then green, then red, then green, then red, and it just settles back on a very fine green, and it's just sitting there very hesitantly. But you're able to follow stealthily, and you approach into Santa's main area, and you see this sort of Christmas. It's not quite. It's somewhere between an office and a workshop. There's living quarters. You imagine someone could sleep in the chairs lying down during busy seasons. There's nice desks. There's a good spread of cheese and a charcuterie board to the northeast. There's a pile of Christmas cookies and milk. You see a couple of other things. 2 snowmen. They're somewhere between like a snow globe and ice. And they're, if you imagine Olaf from Frozen meets Hot Frosty from the Christmas book of last year. And there's 2. There's a male and a female. Also, you see the man of the hour, Santa, and Santa looks stressed. He's the jolly man himself, classic hat, beard, rosy cheeks, but there's just a skittishness to his eyes, and he's pacing nervously in front of a window. And Jingleberry will take you up to Santa.
Santa?
And Santa will, "Oh, Rue, my lad. Well, not my lad. Sorry, I'm so skittish today. Brianna. Goodness, it's a Christmas emergency. You must simply help us. We're very worried that Santa's village is going to be attacked tonight."
Attack? By who?
"Oh, Santa has many enemies, but we're particularly worried about Mab, the Winter Queen of Fairy.
And
She's always
Am
had an
I-
out for me."
am I the only person you've called to help? Because that sounds like a pretty big threat.
Yes, we've got our Frosty the Snowman over there, and we've got Frostina the Snow Lady over there, of course, so they're on standby. Rudolph's somewhere around here, and the Christmas elves are able to help out. but I'm afraid some of the other people were lost on the way. Turns out traveling to the Arctic is actually quite dangerous.
And I made it okay, and if I can do it, I feel like they should be. Maybe they'll be here soon.
Meanwhile, in the background, I'm going to
Yeah.
assume that there is something cool on a desk somewhere. It might be shiny. It might be a snow globe. It might be anything fun. Whatever it is, that's
Yep,
distracting me, and I'm going to go
you can
try
absolutely
and feel
do
for
that. Give me an idea, because there's a couple of things you can see immediately. If you want to dig
Yep.
around just in this room, you're welcome to. To the north, there's some sort of office there's a small lock that's keeping that office closed. To the east is that sort of alchemical lab. You have your sleigh hangar as well and your manufacturing area. Do you want to dig around in this room or go to one of the others?
If I noticed the lock on the way in, I would have gone for the door with the lock.
Okay, yeah, go for that. This would not be hard to see. This is a big door to the entrance to some sort of office. Make for me a sleight of hand, or if you have thieves' tools, take that into account, but sleight of hand.
Yep. So I've
Sure.
got thieves' tool and I've got expertise with my sleight of hand.
That'll do it. Give me a roll.
7 maths. 25.
25. Definitely don't. You unlock the office. You're able to push it open and sneak inside if you wish. that symbol on your hand just like flickers
It's getting
and just
redder,
starts
isn't it?
glowing faintly red. And as you do, you get the sense that you'll now be rolling with advantage on deception checks, but you'll be rolling with disadvantage on persuasion checks, but no other impact. Would you like to proceed into Santa's workshop office?
I'd love to proceed into Santa's office.
Okay, let me just get something. Okay, so you see a charming little office, piles of documents stacked high, they're scattered, not very neatly organized.
Someone
You
needs to
see
organize this man's paperwork.
eggnog cast aside, bottles of eggnog, as if someone had been drinking in a hurry. And yeah, I'll give you a couple of things just like from basic quick look at the documents, and you can tell me how much time you want to spend on them. But in the documents, a couple of things. Some forms for insurance, so some recent insurance applications for the workshop, protection for damages, very comprehensive documents should there be any damage or destruction to the workshop. You also see a letter. It's a bit burned, but it's from Mab the Queen of Fairy is written on the letter. The desk itself is locked, and there's a pamphlet for some sort of keto diet also scattered on the desk. And you could certainly dig around a bit more, but that's what you do, a quick glance first.
I'd definitely be interested in looking at specifically whether there's anything mentioned very specifically in the insurance. Is there something that is particularly worried about being taken or damaged? Like
It's
you
very
have like
interesting.
your general house and contents insurance, but then you can be like, and I want 10 grand's worth of insurance on those collector's items. Is there anything special about it?
Yeah, it's fascinating. The manufacturing area where they make the toys is very heavily insured. Like they're all insured, but this area is really covered, like very heavily covered. You also see that there's been a lot of loans taken out for new drone delivery systems, Canotech drones to deliver presents. So there's a lot of loans sitting there on the balance sheet.
Is the balance sheet in the red?
The balance sheet is very much in the red. Not a cheerful Christmas red either.
Yeah.
It's very much in the red.
Interesting. Can I read the letter from Mab?
You can. It's very old. It's partially degraded, so you get the sense this has been there for quite some time. And you even think, looking at it, that maybe this has been thrown in the fire and then retrieved once or twice. And reading the letter from Mab, you're not able to get much. Can you roll me one more investigation check? This is quite a difficult check.
Investigation. 11.
11. I can't make out too much. There's definitely some phrases in there that you would expect from a romantic letter, but also phrases of sort of business dealings. Like it's a mix of romance and business. It's very interesting.
Romance and business.
You also notice that the desk itself has another lock on it, a more complex looking lock, tumblers and wheels, so that there is a separate locked compartment to the desk.
I would definitely try my hand at that.
Okay.
It's another sleight of hand with my thieves' tools.
Yep.
16, 7, 23.
The lock does pick. The trap also sets off that you didn't check for.
Yeah,
which-
no, of course I didn't check for the trap. No, this is Felix. He doesn't check for traps.
A little candy cane nub shoots out and pricks your finger, and each of your fingernails suddenly turn into, each one at a time, little gumdrops. Each of your fingernails suddenly become little gumdrops, and then they
What,
settle
like
down.
edible ones?
And then they shrink back down, and each of your fingernails is now just candy cane striped. And you're looking at them, and there's nothing else. It's just that all of your fingernails are now candy cane striped. And you've
How
taken.
do I get that manicure on the other hand?
It's funny. You look at your other hand, and they suddenly also change
Oh,
to
perfect.
candy
Awesome.
cane striped.
Oh, yeah.
And as you do that, you take 2 points of damage, piercing damage,
Ooh.
and you see some of the Christmas elves have snuck in behind you, and they start clapping, and they start to dance.
Tinsel bells jingle, ho 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 hoo. We've got a warning, we'll sing just for you. Mistletoe, holly, and jingle bell G. Stealing at Christmas is naughty, you see. Who is that scamp with the striped tail? Sneaking and slinking, what a fail! Pads on his paws, a knife on his belt. Thought he could grab all the toys that we felt. We're waiting for good girls and good boys to get, but you, little kitty, have caused us to fret. You tried to pocket a brand new toy train, and now you will have to endure the great pain. The great pain. Tinsel bell jingle, ho 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 hoo. We've got a warning, we'll sing just for you. Mistletoe, holly, and jingle bell G. Stealing at Christmas is naughty, you see.
And
Now
all the
look
elves-
here, my friends. I opened a drawer. I have not stolen anything. And that's
Did
the
I-
truth.
Did I hear that song from the other room?
yes, you do hear it. Santa seems to ignore it. He seems to be used to the elves busting into song to teach moral lessons and, for lack of a better word, oompa loompa like impart insight into the situation. But you would certainly hear it. You're free to do anything you want.
I'd probably look at Santa and try and see what's going on and then look back.
And Santa will just look at you and you say, as I was saying, we're very worried about Queen Mab of Fairy attacking the workshop. We've got a lot of new parts going. We've got automated drones flying our presents this year for the first time. I'm very stressed. All about that. And yeah, I really just need a few extra hands to keep the guard up here in case we're struck while all the presents are out being delivered.
I don't know what that was, but I feel like I could probably help out. Yeah, what do you need from me? I guess.
Honestly, just guard. We could. You're welcome to have a look around the place. There's an old sleigh over in the Alchemy Lab. You can have a look around that, see if you can spruce that up a bit if you've got the free time. We could always use a fair bit of labor. Other than that, just patrol. It will look tough.
I'm gonna start by going and seeing what the singing was about. And then I go.
Always a good idea.
I poke my head in.
You
Meanwhile,
poke your head in.
Felix is still talking to those elves. Because, see, I wasn't stealing anything. Now, I do have to say, I'm loving what you've done with my nails. Very fancy. Which one of you is meant to be in charge of Santa's paperwork? Because this over here, absolute schmozzle. Needs fixing.
One of the elves, like the other elves, sort of start drifting away as though they've finished their task, and one of the elves jumps up and is like, "I'm Glitter Bob. I look after the paperworks and the manufacturing and sorts."
Right. Glitter Bob. Glitter Bob? Glitter Bomb. You should be a Glitter Bomb. That would be way fun. Now, the
Hey, you're
paperwork
telling
over
me.
here. Big mess. Big mess. I don't know what's going on, but have you seen how much in the red this guy is? Now, look, I'm going to level with you. I thought Santa was well off. This is ridiculous.
Ah, look, you gotta spend the money to make money, don't you? We had some issues with the old sleigh, and it hasn't really been working for the last year. We were a bit worried, so we had to invest in some fancy machines and whatnot. So the old sleigh's broken. We left it over in the Alchemy Lab. We couldn't get the Alchemy Lab. We built the sleigh like 100 years ago, and no one really knows how to use the Alchemy Lab anymore. But since that sleigh broke, Santa had to borrow, and he borrowed a bunch of money, made some drones. We'll get it all back, of course. return on investment, all that jazz.
Do you get it back? Because it's just occurred to me that I've always known Santa brings presents, but just pays him. How are you going to get the money back?
Glitter Bob looks over his shoulder. Someone else, and High Elf Jingleberry pops up. He's Christmas magic.
Right. So Christmas magic just makes money.
Could you teach me some of this Christmas magic?
Who you talk to? Glitter Bob? Or,
Glitter Bob.
Hey, buddy, I'd really love to, but me back, and me lumbago, and me sciatic, oh gosh. It'd really help if someone could patch up that sleigh over there in the alchemy lab, or maybe help move a few boxes in the sleigh hangar. Maybe then you scratch my back, I scratch yours.
What if I and I just put my hand on his back, his actual back. Hang on.
Shouldn't your Christmas magic work on your back too?
I just try to do a bit of healing on his back. I think it only restores 1 HP, reading the actual trait. But yes, he would regain 1 HP, and maybe it would help his back. How does that feel?
Boy, it feels like you fixed one of me boils on me backside. Well done.
Do you think I've just done a little bit of magic-y stuff on you? Or could you, teach me some of this
What
money?
kind of magic is that? It felt weird.
It's hard to explain. I channel the power of a pantheon of deities that they work in interesting different ways. Yeah.
And at that, sort of a few Christmas elves pop their heads out from behind the door, and they start to clap their hands again.
Tinsel bells jingle, ho, 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 ho. We've got a warning, we'll sing just for you. Mistletoe, holly, and jingle bell G. Don't sign a contract you fail to quite see. Who is that fool with the terrible pact? He wanted more power, and that is a fact. That magic was easy and came free of charge. So he found a dark entity, monstrous and large. He signed on the line with a tremor and sweat, and now he's got power he hasn't earned yet.
I like your singing, but this is not going to get us very far if we're going to stop and sing every 5 minutes. No wonder you get
That's
no
part of
work
the
done
magic of
around here.
Christmas.
Which is clearly not working for you, mate.
Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, I think you can teach you a bit of magic. And he holds out a plate of cookies to you, Brianna. And he says, you can have one cookie now. I'll teach you a bit more if you maybe fix up the sleigh or help out in the sleigh hangar.
Brianna. Bree. Can I call you Bree?
Yes, you can call me Bree.
Thank you. Bree. Saw you coming in before. Don't think that's weird. I notice things.
Wait, how did you get in?
Did you get invited here for a special thing?
I got a little letter and it said they wanted to come help, and it was
Right, because you have some special skill set or something.
something like that. The exact details of the wording escape me, but yeah.
Okay. You and I possibly intended to be working together here.
Oh,
Possibly.
okay.
I'm still trying to work out exactly who else is in on this, but
Santa did say that there were other people that were supposed to be coming, so I
Right,
guess you're
well,
one of them.
Dingleberry, Glitterbomb, these guys, they seem to think we need to check out the sleigh.
I think Santa did mention the sleigh as well, so
Let's go to Reki. Let's go check out the sleigh.
okay. Which way?
Hey, boys, which way sleigh? Arrow on the screen. That way. Oh, that's not the screen that's up on the...
Let me add to the screen back. So,
For those watching at home, the DM has kindly drawn an arrow on the screen.
so to the east is the sort of the old sleigh that no longer works. To the west is the new sleigh hangar with the sort of the drones. But you'll probably get most yield going to the east, the alchemy lab with the sleigh. You're welcome to go south also to the manufacturing area. You've already been north to the office. Frosty the Snowman and Frostina are around there. You haven't found Rudolph yet, and Santa's sort of just pacing back forwards noiselessly.
I think we head out and check that old sleigh to start with, but elves... Just question before I go. I've
Yes.
never met Santa, etc., and obviously I do appreciate that we hear a lot of things that may not necessarily be true. Is Mrs. Claus around?
They all look very awkward as you mention them.
Mrs. Claus. Everyone talks about Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus. Merry Woman looks a bit like him, only more feminine, less beard.
High Elf Jingleberry looks awkwardly around and sees no one else is going to speak up, and he says, Mrs. Claus and Santa Claus haven't spoken in a while.
A while, like, since whoever this Mab woman is has been sending him love letters?
I don't want to say. Looks over at Santa's, like, still pacing nervously. It's been a while.
Is she around Mrs. Claus, or is she just, like, up and left him?
I haven't seen her for a while. It's hard to say. It's always snowy
did-
here. There's no seasons.
What did he do? Did you have anything to do with sending me a letter?
Yes, I picked you.
You picked
Did you pick me too?
Yes, I picked you as well.
Why?
Good Bob helped.
So you guys are in on this. What? Why are you hosting a heist against your own employer?
We're not hosting a.
What?
I was invited for a heist.
I thought. Wait, I think we got really different letters.
I got told I was needed here as a matter of urgency. It was in this intensely scrawled fast handwriting for my very special skill set. And there was mention of, I don't know, something about redemption, which is obviously code for really good pay.
I really don't think that word means what you think it means.
Pay? I come here, I do the job, I get paid.
No, the other one, the redemption thing.
Yes, you redeem things like when you redeem tokens for
Or-
items.
Or
You get
can-
paid.
Sure, I'm just gonna roll with that one. I'll deal with that later.
No, but I'm still confused as to why these two.
Sometimes if you do bad things and then you do good things, then that redeems your character.
Oh yes, I've read stories where that happens. You've got to be bad
Yeah.
first, though.
Okay. I don't know you, so I can't comment.
Likewise. You do smell a bit like cheese, though.
Oh yeah, this is an ongoing thing. Hazard of the job.
You should see a
Oh,
cleric.
Yeah, we do have one or two of those. They're not concerned.
Not concerned. Fascinating. Where did you say you're from again?
I'm from Aj.
Bajberg?
Just Aj.
Where's Aj?
It's. I'm not really good at geography.
I'm impressed you got here.
I just.
There was a lot of snow out there, and to be honest, I've struggled.
If you go to any blimp guy and say, "Hey, can you take me towards the North Pole?" It's pretty straightforward, really.
Oh gosh, why didn't I think of that? Here I was traipsing through the snow. It got all on my paws.
Does sound a bit.
Now
rough.
hold on a moment. I look back at Jingleberry and Glitterbob. Got distracted me. I just opened this here drawer and we haven't looked at what's it.
Are
and I
you
proceeded
confessing
open
to
the door.
thievery?
So, look, I've told you before and I'll tell you again. I've not stolen anything. I've merely looked. I opened the drawer. I've not
would you-
stolen it. I would like
Would
to
you
look
say
at the
that?
drawer.
Would you say that you like to purloin things?
Purloin. It's not so much. It's sometimes things just come to.
Do they come
But
to you
again-
after you pick them up?
I pick them up. My mage paw picks them up. Sometimes they just find their way into my pockets, and I honestly have no idea how that happens at all. But
Maybe you should see.
you're
a
missing
cleric.
the point. No, but you're missing the point. I've opened the fancy drawer. I got a very nice manicure to show for it, and I think we should open it up and see what's inside. I open the drawer.
So you see a couple things in the drawer. The first is you see a signet ring, and this is a beautiful signet ring. It's tarnished, almost as if someone had used it whilst welding or working with flame, and it's got just this beautiful 5-colored gem, and you see the gem has what looks like almost like water, fire, wind, earth, and steam, also the 5 elements swirling around inside. That. You also see a letter. You see a note from Santa, and it indicates that
Sorry, the
Jingleberry's
real life
contract has
accent bit me.
attend to that.
It's fine. Just static cat.
Jingleberry has passed his performance
Contract.
review with ease. Glitterbob is on thin ice and is on some sort of his contract's up for review in another month.
Interesting. Any more love letters in the drawer?
No more love letters.
Interesting. I glance at each of the elves as I read the paperwork quickly about their employment status. And then I start to close the drawer and I say, look, it wasn't really worth it anyway. Let's head over to the sleigh and see how it goes. But I do attempt to put the ring in my pocket.
Yeah, I imagine you could do that without too much difficulty. Nothing happens as you try to do it. If you want to hide it, you can make a sleight of hand check. You can actually make that with advantage due to your sigil having flicked to red.
With advantage, that is a 25.
Yeah, no, easy enough. You're pretty sure it's concealed. It doesn't seem to have any immediate impact.
We'll find out about that later. It's in my pocket. Yes, nothing to see here. That was a waste of time anyway. But yes, look, I got my very pretty manicure. Let's go east, find that sleigh.
You head east. Your scarf flutters in the wind as you do. Rue, you feel that fruitcake weighing down your pockets. You haven't snacked on that the whole way. You've just been eating cheese, I imagine. Brianna, as you head east, you head towards some sort of alchemy lab. And you find it's somewhere between a steampunk and a sort of a Santa workshop. There's a sleigh, a very worn and damaged sleigh that's seen better days in the background. It's labeled the Spruce Goose 2.
I appreciate that.
The Alchemy Lab seems like it's been inactive. It doesn't seem to be working at the moment, and people have fussed over it. It's interesting, though, that ring in your pocket, Sarah, seems to just flicker to life as you approach the Alchemy Lab. And 5 individual sort of power stations or flasks, each one representing what you think is probably an element: water, fire, wind, earth, and steam.
Can we look at the actual sleigh more first?
Yeah.
And
yeah,
did the elves follow us, or have they left the 2 of us alone?
No, they've got other stuff to do. They've wandered off. Yeah, you head over to look at the sleigh. It's called the Spruce Goose 2. It's worn down, seen better days. Something's not working. You could roll investigation checks, both of you, if you want, but it just doesn't seem to be functional at the moment.
Where is my investigation? 21.
What'd you get, Bree,
7.
just for
I'm
giggles?
jealous of your rolls tonight. They're so good.
It must be because I'm using the cat dice.
With the 21, you sense that this sleigh is either missing critical components or a power source. There's something that it used to have that was damaged somehow, and you think that it was made a long time ago. So some of the parts may have even failed, but you think that there's enough infrastructure there that it could be repaired with the right tools. And you just look back at that alchemy lab, and you're like, oh. And you feel that ring pulse in your pocket again. You see those 5 orbs just almost wanting to be combined, almost.
After you, Bray.
With my such low investigation, my mind turned to other things. And I'm kind of like, hey, Felix, do you like fruitcake?
It's not the sort of thing I'd cook for myself.
But if
it's
the
given to me, I
opportunity
eat it.
arose.
I do. I eat it. Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay, when I got my letter, I got a little bit of fruitcake, and it's not really to my palate. So, do you want it? It's been with me to get here, but this stuff's pretty hardy, so I think you'll probably be all right.
You're not a fruitcake person.
No, I prefer I'm more of a savory kind of things.
Ruru, over the table, I love that you're pulling this. At the table, Felix is sure. I'll take free cake. Why not?
Here you
eat
go.
cake. You feel nourished. You sense you're nourished enough that you don't need to eat the rest of the day. It sits in your stomach like a brick, and you need to make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw or feel nauseous.
It's a bit heavy. I've had better. My con saves are pretty poor. 4.
You feel nauseous. You feel
Oh gosh,
nauseous.
you all right there? You look a bit poorly.
Are you sure you didn't do something to that cake? It's a bit.
I didn't do. All I did was carry it here, but it did take me a while.
mean, it's
So I don't know.
But uncomfortably. I'll try not to let it distract me. Okay, the thing that gets me is Spruce Goose 2. What happened to Spruce Goose 1?
Are the elves still with us?
No, we're lost.
Oh, yeah, Jingleberry can pop his head in.
Hey, Jingleberry. What happened to the other spruce goose?
That was you know how, like, when you're trying to make something work, the first few models don't do very well. And then imagine you were trying to have, like, reindeer pull a flying sleigh through the air that doesn't have a lot of aerodynamics.
I thought that was what you used the Christmas magic stuff for.
No, that's for funding, isn't it?
Yeah, you used all the Christmas magic for funding. Spruce Goose 1 didn't do so well. Yeah. There's only pieces of that left.
That's unfortunate.
What was it about Spruce Goose 1 that failed?
The problem was that it was pulled by a single goose. And we don't think
Oh,
it was enough
I am
horsepower.
laughing at the mental image of that. No, it probably wasn't. It wasn't even enough goose power.
So we thought, what's got more horsepower than a goose? And we thought, reindeer. That's got more horsepower than a goose. So we put that at the
Yes,
front.
and 12 of them in particular. When was the last time Spruce Goose 2 actually flew?
I think it was last Christmas, actually.
And what happened?
Santa took some fire from some ice elves. They attacked us mid-flight. Santa got away, but something was damaged.
Fire from ice elves. Can I
I'm
make
glad you
some
said
sort
that
of-
because I
Yes,
was
I know.
just
I
as
was
confused as you.
Yes, yes. Can I make some sort of history or arcana check in
Yeah.
the sense of I'm wondering what I know about ice elves and fire from ice elves?
Actually, both of you can make history or arcana at your preference.
Well, I'm going to preface
I'm
arcana,
just as bad at both of them.
actually. Although that's only going to get me 11.
9.
You're aware that there is some enmity. Both of them live in the same region, right? The ice elves of Winter Fairy cross over into the same region that Santa works in. So you imagine there's been some territorial disputes. Santa delivers free gifts. They give out deals and they give gifts, but with conditions. And there have been temporary times of peace and temporary times of fighting between the two forces. You also think with that check, you think there's something in the ring which is warming up to your touch, Felix. Something in it seems to be pulling you towards the alchemy table, and you can just see parts of the sleigh that could almost be added to with additional components.
Then I'm going to put my hand in that pocket and slip the ring on my finger
As
and
you
head
do,
over and have a look.
the alchemy table seems to resonate, and that 3 distinct orbs appear in each of 5 columns. So they're almost fluid and in flux, but they're roughly circular shaped. And each column is a different element. There's water, fire, wind, earth, and steam. And how this will work mechanically is if you want to construct something to put on the Spruce Goose 2, you have 3 of each element, and you can combine them in any way you want. So I'll show you an example. So we've got Neil.fun up here for infinite craft.
I was
So if you
gonna
either combine
say.
steam and earth, for example, you get mud.
I
Right.
used to
Is it-
love this game. Oh
It
my
was
god.
terrible as my son was doing this in the car the other day. not with
We'll tell
these,
you.
not with me.
I think it was the
There is the
specific
possibility to
version,
get-
but-
Either a rocket or a Christmas tree as some combination of these things. You only have 3 orbs of each element. But if you can get either a rocket or a Christmas tree, that will give you a significant advantage with the Spruce Goose too.
Okay. Remind me what they are again. Sorry.
Yep. So the 5 elements are water, fire, wind, earth, and steam.
I'm going to show this to Charlie when you put it up on YouTube, and I'm going to show him because he was asking me what I needed to combine for him to make Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the same version as I used to use, but you could make some pretty out there stuff.
And so we only
Right.
combine 2 at a time, don't we?
Yeah. And you can make separate columns. So like you can combine 2 and then take another 2 and combine them and have 2 projects on the go, but you have limited resources. So you only have 3 of each element.
Oh, man.
Okay. Even without being told about rockets and without being told about Christmas trees, obviously we're concerned about the powering of the sleigh. So we are interested in general. I'm trying not to meta this in the sense of what you just
Feel
said
free to
about
meta.
rockets. I would like to propose that we start by adding fire to wind.
I think that's.
Yep.
I think that sounds great.
And so I'll mark off one of
Yes,
each of those.
So fire and wind makes smoke. That feels like rocket. That's somewhere rocket adjacent, isn't it?
Yep.
What do you hear me out?
Hearing you out.
More fire.
Yep. As in fire plus smoke.
Maybe. I don't know. What happens if you burn smoke? Brianna has an intelligence of 8.
Should we start a
yeah.
couple more basics before we...
So we've got. Yeah.
Get the
Probably.
smoke steam. Heat it up more. Somehow.
I think. Yeah.
Steam power is a thing.
Oh, as you're doing this and thinking that the elf Glitterbob drags someone else into the workshop, and that there's a stout dwarf is dragged into the workshop, and we see.
Are you here for the
Glitterbob-
heist?
I thought we
Is this a
established that
heist?
that wasn't. No, don't listen to him. He's got it all wrong.
Look, of course they were going to deny. They were in Santa's own office. Look, there's a heist,
Yeah.
but we've just got to fix the damn sleigh first, I think.
There's an issue with the sleigh?
Yeah, we're trying to make it run. So if we add fire and wind, we get smoke. I was just proposing that we added some steam to our smoke.
Yeah, we've
So
got
Dave,
these
they're,
little things that we can add together to make other things, and then we're trying to make specific things by combining those things into the other things.
Gee golly, what can now? Let's see what I have. And Durin, the dwarf, starts going rummaging through his pockets, seeing if there's anything but he could potentially get on fire. Oh, I got a lamp of oil. Would that work for fire? It works great for making tea.
And as you guys are thinking about what to combine, we flash back to Duran Thunderaxe receiving a letter sliding under his door, a crisp letter with weathered paper and an archaic seal of a cookie and a wreath around it. Where would we find Duran Thunderaxe receiving a letter from Santa?
I think Duran would be in his room getting ready for Christmas. It's his favorite holiday of the year. Of course, no of the other dwarves in his family observe Christmas. So it's just Christmas in his room. So there's a huge tree, multiple cups of hot cocoa, ready for anyone who's willing to come in. Of course, every year he holds, and also cookies for Santa. Of course, every year as he has this, there are only the cookies come and go, but no one else comes to the hot cocoa. But that's okay. He's hoping he'll get a guest come in sometime.
Okay. And as you receive this letter, Duran, you open it up and this image of multiple Oompa Loompa-like elves appear around your room, and you hear them start to sing as you sit there with your many hot cocos and your kindness in your heart, feeling the absence of family. These elves start to sing.
Tinsel bells jingle, ho, 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 hoo. We've got a warning, we'll we'll sing just for you. Mistletoe, holly, and jingle bell G. Kindness is grand, but you must learn to see. It's nice to be kind and to be a good soul. It brightens your spirit and lets the joy flow. But still it is good to learn how to say no, because sometimes you meet a massive asshole. Durin Thunderaxe from the dwarven hold. He'd give you his boots, his bread, and his gold. He'd hold open doors for a terrible brute, and always assume that the heart.
Yeah, and the elves disappear. And you receive a very bright green symbol appears on your wrist of a cookie with a wreath around it. And you can roll with advantage for persuasion checks. And deception checks will be at disadvantage as you get a good, nice list thing. And you read this letter from Santa that calls you urgently to the North Pole for a task of utmost importance. And
I'm sorry the elves ran away. I ran away. I was not offering the cocoa. That's okay. I can bring the cocoa to them. And he starts getting an extra large thermos so I can bring the hot cocoa to the elves.
Oh, bless him. Oh, that's sweet.
And we flash forward and we see a scene of Durin turning up at the workshop and Glitter Bob, the elf, dragging him inside and getting him to help do various repairs. And then he drags him into the room with Brianna and Felix, where they're attempting to repair the Spruce Goose 2 using various alchemical components. So there's a broken sleigh that Santa needs fixed, and there's 5 elements, and you can combine them any way you want, but you only have 3 of each element, and you're trying to make something cool to add to the sleigh to get it working.
So we've mixed fire and wind, and that made smoke. We're tossing up mixing smoke with fire, or maybe mixing smoke with steam. Do you have an opinion?
Oh,
Or a different opinion entirely, if you'd like.
I think smoke with steam might be good because you can make a really nice hot cocoa with an element of steam to envision a little bit of fire. You envision a taste of Christmas. And if we add a sprig of cinnamon, I think the flavors will really come together.
This is for powering it, not for eating. You should have been here before. You could have had the
Yeah.
cake.
Oh, it sound like
How-
cake?
How was that, by the way?
It's a bit heavy in my tummy still.
Oh, sorry.
This is
No,
a
we
natural
could do
sleigh.
like a vomit-powered sleigh.
Why not a hot cocoa powered sleigh?
Okay. What are we adding to the smoke? You guys choose.
You guys both seemed to like the idea of the steam, so I'm happy
Okay,
with
smoke plus steam. Cloud.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I guess that kind of makes sense, actually. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I have to knock off one of our steams.
What if with the steam we have it right? So we have So we have mud. We have steam. What else are we? Do we need how many things? 3 things.
No, so we've
How's
got 3 each of water, fire, wind, earth, steam. We've now got 2 fire, 2 wind, and 2 steam.
Mhm.
And we're trying to make something with which we can power the sleigh.
And what I might do to
Yeah.
add like a mechanical element to it, you guys can create separate things, right? So you can add, you can start a new one off to the side if you want to keep Cloud as a backup. But I'm going to go rapid fire through each of you to decide what to do. So we'll go Sarah, Rue, Dave. So why don't we restart with you, Sarah? What would you like to do next?
I would like to try fire plus earth.
Fire plus Earth?
Yes. Computer says no. Oh! Fire plus earth equals lava.
Was that our second fire?
Yes.
Oh, crap. I wanted to try fire and steam.
Do it.
I do it.
Oh, fire and steam's the engine.
Let's go.
Okay. Durin would like to try the power of earth and the power of water. No, we've had that. That's mud. Power of earth, the power of wind.
We haven't actually done that one yet. I think it's...
What else? Are we,
Yeah, so mud was the test run I showed them. You could certainly do that if you wish, Durin.
okay. Earth and wind. Let's make glitter out of this.
Sorry,
Make-
just to clarify, I know how the mechanics of Neil Fun works, but the mechanics of what we're doing here in the game, the ones that we've made, do we now have them? So, for example, do we still have smoke, or is the smoke gone because we used it creating the cloud?
What you have used up is fully used up. You don't have smoke.
Yeah, so we've
for
only
the
got what
cloud,
we've got in front of
yeah.
us.
What would
I
you like
wonder
to do, Sarah?
I wonder what happens if we add the lava. Sarah would like that. No, sorry, Felix. Felix, yes, Sarah wants it too, but hey, Felix would like to add the lava to the engine.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Wow.
Your precious engine.
Sorry.
Hang on, we can still salvage this. What is a volcano if not just something that pushes hot stuff out
Yeah.
of one end?
Yeah.
It's just stuck to the ground, so it doesn't go anywhere.
So we had a volcano on wheels.
So we add the volcano to the wind,
I
and then you have a blowing volcano.
yeah.
What would you like to?
I'll do the windy volcano.
Oh, Charlie, where are you when I need you?
Oh,
Is this plot twist where the game is over faster than you thought because Santa was worried about his workshop and we're about to destroy it? Okay, so that's we've got left 3 water, 1 earth, and 1 steam, plus the dust and the cloud.
water, 1 earth, 1 steam.
But can we add them to themselves?
What
As
if
in like
we-
water plus water.
You can.
We got a lot of water at the moment.
That could work. Maybe we'll cool down the volcano.
Water plus water. That gets us down to 1 water.
Oh,
Like,
it's just a lot of water.
well, at least.
Okay. Lake plus eruption?
Yeah, let's find out. Let's do it.
What?
Oh, that takes us back to volcano.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Salvageable.
Put
Could we
1
get
more
the engine
water on
back?
it. Put 1 more
Yes.
water on the volcano.
And then we have an
see if we can
engine.
Get back to the engine.
So
We needed 1 more.
that actually does make sense too.
Wait, what do we do with engine?
What do we have
add to
left?
engine? The first.
Guys,
How did you not go straight?
yes, but you told us we would make the road. We would track the thing. If you hadn't said there was a rocket, we would have just been like, engine, score, we've done it.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you get if you do steam plus earth?
Guys.
Was that dust? No, that was wind.
Oh,
Oh, that'll mud.
we don't have that
Can we
yet.
add
so-
the mud?
Hey. What if we add the mud to the lava? Because
Okay,
there's
muddy
water
lava.
in the
Let's
mud.
do it. Why not? We've already screwed up the engine. Oh no.
What do you guys have left?
We have 1 water, 1 earth, and 1 steam.
Okay, so you have cloud, clay, and dust. The cloud might be useful for a sleigh. The clay and the dust. Meh. So let's
about-
dig deep here, guys.
Steam
Okay.
to the
You
cloud.
steam the. Okay. Yes. Okay.
That could work. Hold on. Yeah,
we've
okay,
got
there we go.
water and-
Wait. We have rain. Now we just need beer.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Okay, let's give that a go. Do we have airless? Or
Can we?
what's left over?
We've got 1 earth, 1 water.
Did we pivot and instead of having a flying sleigh, we have a sleigh that is really clear on water, like a ship?
How's it going to get everywhere? Most of the houses aren't on water.
Magic, of course.
No, they used that all
And
on
if you
Fending.
haven't noticed, mate, their magic ain't working out.
Power of friendship.
Oh, this one's naive.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing.
Speaking of which, would you like to? I have this really amazing opportunity for you guys about a way to improve your wealth and your life. Would you be
I
interested
do not
in?
want your pyramid scheme. No. Can we add the rain to the clay and see if we can wet it down again?
Okay, for our audio podcast listeners, we now have mud, earth, water, and dust. Left.
I just thought we should shove them all on top of each other. Do you know what? With all due respect, I wish you hadn't told us there was a rocket because we probably would have stopped it.
There was a Christmas tree possibility too. That would have been fantastic.
Is that? Yeah. What happens if we add the dust to the earth?
Worth giving a go.
Wait, mud to earth? If we
Mud
had more
to
earth, I'd say earth to earth.
Okay.
But
Mud to earth. Let's do it.
Oh,
Clay, dust, and water to fix this sleigh.
Look,
I
it's
am
already screwed up.
so
Let's
terribly
add the dust.
sorry. I can't help but feel at least a third responsible for the situation we are now in.
like clay. Should we just stack the clay and dust, and then if that doesn't work, just stack everything together? As Felix said. It seems like
Yep.
I have nothing to lose at this point. We have clay, dust, and water. Hey.
If we
I
put
reckon
the water in
it's only
it,
going to go backwards.
Yeah,
Well-
don't add water.
Is the pottery already fired in the kiln or not? Because that's going to make a difference when we add the water.
that is a great point.
This is why Sarah and Nilfun don't mix. I overthink it all. Okay.
We-
What if we just mix them all up and then I use silent imaging? We pretend it's an engine.
Oh,
And then we put the water in the pottery, and we've got a nice little water
with the
supply for the
water-
trip we can't go on.
No, but if we put the water in the pottery and heat it up, steam power, hydroelectric.
I can do sacred flame if that's for fire. Maybe one day, it's radiant damage. Maybe one day we can create a device that's powered by lines. I think that could be a possibility.
He raises a good point. We could just try and magic it.
Yeah.
I wonder if the ring does anything else.
What ring?
Oh, this one. I just borrowed it out of Santa's office.
Borrowed.
Yes, it was in the drawer and it looked like it might be useful, so I borrowed it because Santa wanted us to fix the sleigh. So I borrowed it.
During then he starts
I'll put it back afterwards.
setting it up. Now he just looks at Felix. Did you really mean to return it? And he uses insight. With him being a guard and everything. And
Right,
he's
I
saying,
Felix, believe
you can
I
roll
have-
deception with advantage.
I was gonna
for
say I've
your
got
morning.
advantage.
Durin, you can just roll insight with flat straight without.
8.
And with a what's my
Sarah's
so with
been
a
rolling
with a
tonight.
15, of
Yeah.
course I was gonna put it back.
Okay, sure. No harm, no foul.
Once I'm finished using it, I'll put it back.
Okay, and
Use it.
why did you bring it up just now? What's the deal with it?
Oh, it's just that it's got these things on it and it looks a little bit like the alchemy stuff that we're looking at, and they feel like they're glowing a little bit.
Oh, can we
And I'm just wondering if we can use it for something.
maybe? Can it give us more?
You could break
things?
the ring, and you would get 5 more mechanical choices, so like one of each element. It would be under time pressure because you're breaking it and it's an unstable element. So you would have 1 minute to combine the additional 5 pieces with your pottery and water that you currently have.
Anyone remember how you made engine in the first place?
Fire
That
and
was
steam.
fire and steam.
Yeah.
Look, guys, I'm just thinking like that. It's got these little things on it that look like the elements that we're using. If I just grab my tools and pull off the fire one and pull off the steam one, and we put them in that beaker and see whether or not we can mix them up together.
That tracks.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
give that a
All right. You have 1 minute. You have one of each element. What would you like to do?
Fire plus steam. Does anyone
Okay.
want to do anything with earth or wind or water in that?
Wind and water, maybe.
Yep, add wind to water. We can do that.
nice cloud, right? No wave. Okay,
That's
so
a way
we
to
have an.
Earth.
Ooh.
We
I
have an
think
engine.
I think we should just leave with the engine, and we can probably go from there. At least don't screw up with the engine.
I'll put the rest of the ring back in his drawer.
The ring peters out, but you have those 4 elements. So you now have engine, sand, pottery, and water that you could fix the Spruce Goose 2 up with. As you do that, you hear a loud bang back in the main room. So, Dave, there is a main room to the west of where you are now. They've already explored an office where they found some interesting information about Santa's financial status.
Oh, I don't know that. She does.
To the west is still
I'm
a
happy to
sleigh
tell you
area
about
that you
it,
haven't
wanna know.
explored, and to the south is a manufacturing area. But you hear a loud bang and shattering of glass. In the main
Durin goes, "Oh dear! One of the elves haven't injured themselves," and he starts running into the area to apply first aid.
Bree follows.
We're meant to be fixing that sleigh.
Someone might be injured. We should go check on them. And then maybe I am a dedicated first aid officer.
I don't want to leave the engine. Have we literally physically made an engine?
Yes, you have some sort of arcanotech engine that has appeared from a combination of the elements. It's sitting there on the table. You hear a loud bang, window shattering. You hear screams. You hear a high-pitched "Noi!" and you hear a "Oi, me lumbigo!" as the elves
Jingle
suddenly
bell.
get...
I run faster.
Can I look
I think
around
so.
the workshop for something like a spare, like, tarpaulin or something and put it over the engine to semi-hide it?
Yeah, that would not be hard. You could do
Cool.
that.
Because I'm worried about leaving the engine that we just made, but I also want to go with them and find out what happened. So I would take the time to cover the engine and attempt to hide it first, and then follow them.
You guys charge back into the main room. As you do, the window is shattered. Santa, where he was standing brooding, looking out the window, is now being grabbed by an enormous Yeti-like creature. There are several
That's
ice
rude.
demons or ice methods, and there is Mab herself, the frosty Winter Queen, and they seem to be lassoing Santa almost as if to abduct or kidnap him. I will enter you guys into initiative, and we are in combat. Also see Frosty and Frostina, the snowmen, preparing to do battle.
I get advantage on initiative because of one of my things,
Cool. Very cool.
which is great because without advantage, I only rolled a 2. 17.
Very nice. All right,
Okay.
so
Durin gets 18.
18, lovely.
Brianna gets 7.
I'll auto roll these guys. Santa goes first. He's going to struggle against his bonds. He does not succeed in breaking his bond, so he's tied up with some sort of rope, mystic rope. Mab gets an 18 as well, but her dex is okay. Who got 18? Someone got 17 or 18?
Durin got 18.
Duran, so you would go just after
did I
Mab,
fail?
based on her dex, I think. So Mab fires up some sort of aircraft outside the window and throws some sort of spell at Santa, and they're preparing to exit out the window, you think. It's your go.
Okay. So I can't see where Durin is on the map, but how far away would he be from Sancho Mab with ice methods?
Question, let me actually throw Duran on if I can. So
I
when
think Durin's
Felix
part
and
of that
Navicat
gang.
is coming in, you would all come from that point. So we'll add a dwarf for Duran. And Brianna, what species are you?
Oh, halfling. Halfling. Sorry.
Halfling. Okay. Yeah. I'll put a halfling for you.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, the only halfling I have in monsters is halfling were-rat. That's weird. What's that?
So I do.
Yeah, Duran. So what would you do in this moment of crisis? Several people gathered by the northeast window. You're charging in from the east. You think you could get there in a full turn if you used your movement and your action, but it's a long distance to get there.
I think Durin would use his. I think Durin would try to get there as soon as possible, he would use his, because it's Ice Method's holding Santa, right?
They seem to be
Right.
flanking the rest of them. So the Yeti has lassoed Santa. The Ice Methods is prowling on the edges, flanking agents.
Okay. So I think what Durin would do was that he would use his movement and action to get to where Santa is. And then, using his bonus action, he would cast Sanctuary on Santa, hoping to offer him some form of protection.
Okay. What does Sanctuary do?
Say, Sanctuary says, you ward a creature within range until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack roll or a damaging spell must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or either choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. The spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area of effect. If the spell ends if the warded creature makes an attack roll, casts a spell, or deals damage. And it's a wisdom save of 15. Essentially, if they try to attack or do an attack or a damaging spell against Santa, they have to roll a wisdom save 15. If they fail, they have to choose a new target or they lose their attack or spell.
Very good.
And that's Durin's turn.
Hey, just remind me, what did you two get, Sarah and Ruth?
7.
7.
I can't remember what I actually said. I think it was either 15 or 17.
You
was
got
17.
17.
17.
Yeah, you would go now, Felix.
Yep. I'm going to run in and my hands cross over to draw a weapon out of each side. So I'm going to dual wield my rapier and my dagger. Basically go for the closest one I can get to.
I think you could reach an Ice Method, probably not Mab.
Yep, that's fair.
And Felix approaches Durin and goes, be careful of these little spiky flying ones. I fought them once years ago and they exploded in my face. You can't talk them down. I tried once.
They'd be better off exploded than here doing whatever it is they're doing. Well, with my rapier to hit 17,
Hits.
that will be a 6 piercing damage.
This Ice Method goes down. It dies. But as it goes out, it does some damage. So
Explode.
2d4 does 5 damage to both you and to Durin.
Durin gets hit with the ice again. He yells, oh my, it's cold. It's just like what happened last time.
Can I reach one of the others from where I am with my offhand attack?
Sure.
So that would be oh no, that's my D8. That's not my D20. That would be a 12 to hit.
12 will hit. Hey, Durin, just roll me a d8 too. I forgot to roll a d8 for you at the start. Can you roll me a d8? 12 hits.
Yes.
And that's a 6 piercing damage. And if for any reason that target was going to attempt to heal, it could not
2.
heal until the start of my next turn.
That Ice Method dies. It also explodes and splinters of ice fly everywhere. That Ice Method does 6 damage to you and just misses Durin.
I swear lightly, and I say they hurt.
That's why he shouldn't explode them. I remember.
As you roll a 2, Durin, you remember that as you opened that letter, you were left with a gingerbread cookie that seemed to be of magic origin. You're not quite sure what it does, but it's sitting there in your pocket. Gingerbread cookie. Magical of some sort. Brianna, what do you do?
Oh, that's me. I'm going to come enough into the room, try and get a line on. Is the Yeti still holding Santa?
Yep.
I think I'm going to target the Yeti with
Sure.
basically like a glob of molten cheese is going to fly towards it. So this is Gouda Bolt.
Oh, brilliant.
Which
Oh,
sharp as cheddar?
24 to hit.
The Yeti? Yep, that'll hit.
So that is 9 damage. And the next attack on it has advantage.
Sure.
Radiant damage from the hot cheese.
As you do that, you notice that it dislodges. He's just wearing a little bow tie for some reason. You're not sure why. but it just dislodges a bit. He's like, oh.
Should have used a napkin. Oh, and my familiar goes after me.
Oh, yes,
So
you're
he-
familiar.
So he's gonna become a lot more vicious looking and get
That's
real
not what
angry.
he looked like when you introduced him to it.
But he's gonna get a little evil, mischievous grin on his face, and then he's just gonna cast invisibility and move a bit closer, about halfway between me and the others.
What do you think is the best closest monster for that in the monster manual?
Imp.
Love it.
There's just a reskin. Everything is just reskinned, so he's an imp.
Do you want to get closer? Or are you going to stay a bit away?
How far am I? Sorry?
I would say about 30 to 40.
I'll move.
You can get there in one round of movement, essentially.
I'll move 10 feet closer, but not too much closer.
As you do that... Okay, a couple things happen. The ice mephits grab the lasso and start pulling on Santa. The Yeti also tries to pull Santa, and they pull him out the window. Mab tries to do something as he goes out. She's going to try and do something first to Santa, but he's got Sanctuary on him. So she's going to try and cast Kiss of the Frozen Heart. Now, she'll need to make a wisdom saving throw, won't she, Dave?
Yes. DC 15.
Okay, let's give that a go.
Oh,
She does not make it.
wait.
So her wisdom, she tries to use Kiss of the Frozen Heart on Santa, and she does not make her wisdom saving throw. Does it get redirected, or does it just fail?
It says here that they must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or either choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. So they must either choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
She is going to cast it on the imp instead.
Imp's invisible.
Yeah, she
Oh, it's
can't see.
invisible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, she loses it. Yeah. That's fine. Cool. Sanders goes to get pulled out of the window by the Yeti. Frostina and Frosty are going to rush up, but they're pretty slow. They're like snow globes / ice / crystal. Santa disappear out the window with the Yeti.
Santa!
Oh,
And Mab just winks at you all and says, ta-ta. And ice swirls and she misty steps away, essentially. Unless someone has a counterspell. Okay. They disappear out the window, so they're off the map for intents and purposes. And Jingleberry looks very distressed. Oh, someone's going to save Christmas, oh no! And they jump onto some sort of floating air sleigh ship, and it starts to take off. And you can either try and jump onto that one, or you can do something else.
Oh, I'd go for the jump.
You go for
Feline
the jump?
agility. Feline agility. Go for the jump.
Go for it. Right.
What do I need to roll for it?
Just give me an acrobatics check. It's not too far away, so it only would be, let's say DC 12.
Natural 20. 25.
Natural 20. Fantastic. Okay. Yeah, you make it with ease. Durin, you feel that gingerbread cookie in your pocket, just like burning a hole in your pocket, and you just start thinking, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
oh, furious. Smells it. And he smells it and goes, well, or what's it? Well, in for a penny, in for a pound, and then it starts, and then it starts to eat the gingerbread.
Okay. You have the spell Expeditious Retreat active for the next minute. No concentration required. And you smell faintly of ginger and molasses.
Oh, lovely.
But yeah, are you guys going to basically follow them out the window onto the airship, or are you going to go grab the spruce goose too?
I'm going to try and follow.
Acrobatics check. DC
Ooh.
12.
Cool. Dirty 20.
30-20. You launch yourself across the gap, and you're almost not going to make it. Then you reach in and toss away the heavy fruitcake that's laying down your pocket and land on the deck.
Oh, I did read
Dave.
all of it.
And it's weird. The fruitcake sort of pops back into your pocket. Like when you throw it away, it just reappears there. It's very.
It's like the remote from that Adam Sandler movie.
Durin, would you like to follow them?
Durin will follow them out the window. Nobody's going to ruin Christmas. And he just jumps.
Okay. You can have advantage because of expeditious retreat. An acrobatics check GC 12.
Okay. This one was a flat 10. Second one is a 17.
17. Look. Cool. So you guys all leap onto the deck.
So can we see Mab and Santa, or is she still disappeared?
No, you can see them. Let me.
As I land, can I just actually say, if you guys were looking for some alone time, honestly, there are better ways to do it than this.
Let me add you guys to it. So you guys see a sort of a darker Sleigh airship thing. It's having issues. Okay. You guys see the Dark Duchess, which is it's a mimicry of the Spruce Goose too. So it's almost the same structurally, but it's a darker color. There's blacks and silvers and entrancing silver almost, but there's none of the bright lights you'd expect from Santa's sleigh. And you see that actually the Yeti is standing next to a winter wolf, and Santa and Mab are standing together, and there's some sort of Eladrin priest in front of them holding maybe shackles or rings of some sort. I don't know.
Guys, great no green, seriously.
And we can either pop you into initiative or you can try and talk or whatever.
Durin tries to talk. Go, oh, are you guys getting married? I didn't bring a present. Santa, I thought you were in love with Mrs. Claus.
Look, apparently Mrs. Claus hasn't been around for quite a while, and I'm not sure, but I don't know what's going on with these two. They're writing love letters to each other, but he is so in the red that it's more than Christmas. He
And
said
as
he
you
was
say
worried
that-
she was attacking.
As you say that, Mab turns to Santa and says, "What do you mean? You haven't told me about them."
Told them about me.
What do you mean? I thought you were. This is the first time I've heard of you. I just came here and I just see you pulling Santa away. And also you broke a window. I didn't think that was really good and let all the heat out, which isn't fun.
I have a question. So Mrs. Claus hasn't been around for a while. But
That's what the elf said.
Well, these two are writing love letters to each other.
To be fair, I don't know what Santa's writing back. I've only seen what Mab's writing to Santa, but it's a little bit romantic if you ask. I blushed slightly as I say
I was
that.
just wondering, did Mrs. Claus just like a makeover and move out?
I hope
It was
she's
a pretty good
not that
makeover.
way.
Mrs.
And you see
Claus?
Santa says, "Darling,
Wait.
hush, shh, I'm going to ruin everything." Shh, shh, shh.
Mab is Mrs. Claus.
Wait,
So in
so
the flesh.
then, are you coming away on a special
This
honeymoon?
is the weirdest heist I've ever been on.
And you see the Yeti sort of he straightens his bow tie, and you can see there's a little cummerbund under his Yeti fur as well.
But wait, you don't need to get married.
It's
If
real play. Oh, guys, of course.
It's roleplay, of course.
Guys, I think we should give them a little bit of alone time.
No, it's insurance fraud.
Oh yes, I figured that out ages ago.
Oh,
That's what I've been trying to say.
Santa,
You're
is perhaps
really in the
naughty
red.
people did not what put you on the naughty list?
And as you're saying that,
He
you hear an
makes the
explosion
list.
go off in the toy manufactory back behind you that you never got to, and you see something like just a glitter explosion happen in the toy manufactory.
Okay, but you realize that we just made a brand new engine for your sleigh. Like, we could have done this the old-fashioned way. You didn't.
Hang
Oh,
on.
What?
Yes, heists. I love heists. How much am I getting paid out of this?
You could get paid a decent amount at that sweet insurance fraud money.
Wait, hang on.
Durin,
So that little elf guy said that magic was how you got your funding. Does that mean the real magic is taking advantage of insurance companies?
I think that is the moral of the story. Yes.
Look,
Sure.
what can you say? Our business model's not great. We just give stuff away for free. And you can see Santa's like, "Look, if you keep it quiet, I'll give you the score of what's going on." So I knew we were deep in the red, and I had to buy a bunch of drones to deliver things when the Spruce Goose 2 broke, but even before then, we were going bad. So I insured everything, and I put a glitter explosion in the toy manufactory enough to gum up the works so that it would get us a payout from the insurance companies. Mab, we had to send her away a little while ago just to clear the decks in terms of financial trusts and money flow and charts and such. So she's hoarded a bit of wealth over in another trust fund, if you will. But so the choice now, I guess, is I don't know if you guys tell the insurance company we're not going to get that payment, and I just don't know where we'd get the kind of money we need to fund Santa's workshop otherwise.
So you want to keep doing the Santa thing and delivering toys to kids, right?
Oh, very much. Yes.
I think I'm okay with it then.
So, I have a question. You've had this well planned out, reasonably well planned out, except the fact that we're here in your way at the moment. But why did you call us? Doesn't look like you actually needed us.
You know how they always need someone to blame in these matters?
Oh, you wanted to say that we blew up. You wanted to say that we blew up your workshop? We
Well,
just
the
made
thing
you a damn new engine for your Sleigh. Thank you very much.
I would like to point something out using my advantage on persuasion. I'd like to say, don't you think it'd look slightly shady if you try and pin it on us when you invited us?
Yes, if only some of you were on the naughty list already. That'd look pretty suspicious, wouldn't it?
But
You
Santa,
invited us here.
I've been a good boy this whole time. I love Christmas, and I thought the stuff you're doing is put you on a naughty list. Why am I here?
The thing is, you're just always so kind, Duran, and I thought you wouldn't ask questions too much when you turned up here and you just help around the place. Plus, you're pretty handy with hammers. Brianna, I could use a slice of cheese now and then if I'm going to commit insurance fraud, and you've always got that extra
Told you it
power
was a
from your
heist.
friend. And Felix,
Told
you
it
were
was
the
a
natural
heist.
patsy. But then you turned up and you were all charming and you made friends with everyone, and I felt really
And
bad
I fixed your
about it.
Sleigh. We fixed your Sleigh.
Oh, you fixed that?
Sleigh.
No one's been able to
We
fix
made
this
an
in the whole
engine.
sheet.
We made an engine. It's simple. You've just got alchemical stuff. I did destroy your ring in the process.
Maybe we don't need to commit insurance fraud. If we've got a sleigh, then we just need to pay off some of the debts. If only we had a way of... If only we had some sort of currency or
Yes,
extra money.
Durin
Well,
goes,
we have a
We have-
regeneratable fruit cake.
Oh, the
Durin?
fruitcake industry.
Durin starts pulling out his pocket ledger and he goes, all right, carried it to... Okay, and if we move this money, he moves it. I think I can help get your business running afloat and clear your debts for an investment of, I'd say, 2 Bitcoin. But I think this will be structured as a loan. So not Bitcoin, bucks is bucks. Now, I just constructed a loan and I want to repay it every year at a rate of 2%. And I'm willing to accept the interest as cookies.
And Santa looks at you and he starts to think, and then elves and start dancing.
Mistletoe, holly, and jingle bells. Don't lie on the floor for the elves. If you commit fraud just to profit from you get stuck for the works is a just and they know where the claim is. Notice snowing and the glare. The damage was caused by your hand trying to cheat money right out of the land. You want it to pay out, you want it quick cash, but you're the table.
Is it syphilis?
Santa, I think that one was about you.
Yes,
And
clearly.
Santa looks around, and all the elves are just looking at him. Instead of disappearing into the background, they're like,
Now, look, I said this when we first got in his office. The books are an absolute schmozzle. Mr. Durin, it looks as though you might be the person to fix the books.
Let's start fixing the books or more. I can actually extend them a loan of $2, which has actually gone up quite substantially since we started this business.
Can I insight check him? I'm really worried this is another bloody multi-level marketing scheme.
Yeah, you can. So Durin's on the good list, so he would make. You could just roll a d20, Dave, and feel free to send me a message or add whatever modifier this is, whether it's deception or persuasion.
Oh, okay, sure.
Buxel's Bucks has actually taken off in.
My insight
Oh.
is 17.
From mechanic, it depends because Maxwell's Bug start is in the other campaign at level when Durin was level 2. It's now level 4, so technically this is a jump in the future. So
I would say Buxel's Bucks has done very well. I would say
Okay.
Buxel's Bucks has done very well.
All right. Okay. Let's do the D20. Okay. And I will send you a text for what it is for. Let's see. All right. Just give me 1 second. There you go.
Okay. You're pretty confident, Sarah, that Buxel's Bucks are a reputable, or at least valuable to the right people, source of money, and that if Santa were to acquire some, he would be able to pay off
could
his
use them.
loans.
Okay.
Yeah. As you do that, you see the Winter Wolf is wearing like a nice bridesmaid type dress. It's stylish, but not to steal the attention from the bride. Mab's actually wearing a very sleek sort of winter gown that is actually ice stylings.
So, if Mab is Mrs. Claus, where's the real Mab gone?
She says, "Oh, I was always Mrs. Claus."
She's been married all this time.
Limited dating pool up here in the north. Limited dating pool.
Santa, you've got interesting taste. Not bad taste, mind. Just didn't expect it.
Durin goes, well, it seems like we found a bridging loan for your situation, I think, and everyone's already here, and you two seem very much in love. Why not have a vow renewal ceremony? I already have hot chocolate. I have warm blankets. We can set a nice little fire, and then we can get you guys to renew your vows, and then you guys can have a nice, lovely honeymoon. What a celebration!
I could provide
Our
some
honeymoon.
snacks.
It's Christmas Eve. He has to go and deliver presents.
Oh yes. What if we do that for him
Well,
and then go on his
fix-
honeymoon?
We fix the sleigh.
Yeah. We said fix a sleigh. The business is going afloat. Santa and Mab seems like deserve a really good break and honeymoon together because of all the stress they've had, and we can deliver the presents.
I'm okay with that.
It'll be an adventure. And it'll be sure to get you guys, if you're not on the good list or on the nice list already, it will definitely get you guys on a nice list for next year.
Will it get me extra pay?
Duran just looks through his notebook pad again. How? I suppose I can swing 0.5 of bucks your way, which is actually
You've
quite
got yourself a
sizable.
deal. You've got yourself a deal, young dwarf.
What is 0.5? How do you have half of a thing?
Oh, it's very fractionated.
Grab a piece of cheese, cut the cheese in half. You have half a cheese.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
that doesn't work with like gold.
It isn't gold. This is a currency.
Imaginary gold.
This is an imaginary gold. This is a currency that is written on the back of spell books and form its own little, what is it called? Buxel. It forms a little book chain. And what happens is that when you buy the coins, you put in the book, and those books naturally record this numbers going down all from all these spell books. And because now we have quite an elaborate network of books recording these coins, they're actually worth quite a lot of value. The gold is that we've raised, so this is stored in multiple different decentralized, almost banks all over. So they still have their worth, and people can redeem them for the gold if they so choose. But the growth has been exponential that no one has wanted to pull out. So 0.5, like I think back in the day, 0.1 when we started this was quite significant. We only had 10 Bitcoins. But now, because of how dilution works, even now, 0.1 Bitcoin is a tenth of the pool. That is a massive fortune. So Felix, I'm offering you a literal fortune.
Think I could turn nice for that.
Yeah. And how about you, Brianna?
I'm still not 100% sure exactly what it is that you're offering me, but I guess I'll accept it.
Did. All right. So Santa, I seem to have got you and and Miss Mab some honeymoon time. Why don't you have you guys renew your vows? We will have a party, and then we'll go off to work while you guys have your honeymoon. I know if you're thinking for something cold, I know a great place in the frigid north that I'm sure would love to have you.
Lovely. And with that, Santa and Mab turn the duck dashes around. You circle back to Santa's workshop. Jingleberry and Glitterbob are slowly sleeping tinsel out of the manufactory where a tinsel bomb exploded. Doesn't seem to have done too much damage. And they grab the spruce goose, and you guys set up for a wedding on the spruce goose too. And as it's a beautiful ceremony, the Winter Wolf and the Yeti
2.1.
2.1. You guys add what do you add? You add the engine and the pottery and
With the water in the pottery.
in the water. It's a beautiful pottery.
And a little dusting of the sand because the sand now has glitter in it. And so it's like the fancy confetti that we're going to use for their vow renewal.
And
I wouldn't want to
they're
waste
there.
any of the alchemy.
Frosty the Snowman's there. Rudolph sort of staggers out of the other area. He's had his own thing going on, but they're dressed up as best men, and it's a beautiful ceremony. Did you guys say anything, or do you proceed on to delivering the presents?
I
think-
before you go.
I think Durin approaches Santa and Mab and goes, "That was a beautiful ceremony. I really am like that. I'm so honored that I've come all the way to witness your love after all this time together. I hope one day I might find the same love that you will have." Now, when it comes to the interest of payments, I expect it at a monthly basis and with a rate. And also, I would only like chocolate chip, no raisins. If there's raisins, we'll be calling in our debts.
I think that's fair. That sounds
That
like
sounds
very
entirely
reasonable.
reasonable.
All right, and then that will be what.
So I walk up and I pull out a little, like a red wire mesh bag of small circular red things.
Cheese.
And if you could put that last little image up on the screen, I've offered them some little snacks, and I say, "So here, I've got a wee wedding gift for you. I brought it all the way up here. I didn't really know that this was going to happen, but I think it's quite an appropriate gift. So this is a little snack, and it's based on the holy text of one of our deities. And yes, when I created this, I decided to name it after that holy text. It's the Bible. I hope you really enjoy them."
Santa will partake of some cheese. He's very partial to a cheese and cracker.
Do you mean we've been leaving out the wrong snack all of these years?
Look,
We were meant to
Santa's
leave him a
a
cheese and
stout
cracker.
gentleman. He doesn't eat a lot of carrots, unfortunately.
Oh no, those are for the reindeer, clearly.
Yeah.
But would he prefer cheese to the cookies? I just need to get this right this year.
He'll take both.
Good. I'll give him both then. Sounds good.
Would Felix like to do anything before we deliver presents?
Not at the moment, no.
So the beautiful ceremony commences. The elves thank you profusely and load you up with the spruce goose. Santa and Mab sleigh off into the distance, vows renewed. And you guys deliver toys to the world. You do it in your own way. There's many adventures along the way that night. Are there any particular noteworthy moments for you along the night?
I'd like to imagine that there's one particular house somewhere where there's a particularly beautifully shiny ornament on the tree. And as I'm putting the presents underneath the tree, cast Mage Hand and this little white paw comes out the side and heads over. And it starts to take the ornament off the tree.
And
then I
your
pause.
thing starts flashing again?
But then I pause. Fine. And I leave the ornament there. And I don't take it.
And it just flicks over to green.
Durin, I think a moment would be when he is sneaking through the house, he's played the presents, he stops by to eat the cookies and drink the milk, when a small halfling child comes out, she's dressed in their pajamas, and rubs her eyes and goes, "Santa?" And Durin turns around and goes, "Not quite. I'm Santa's little helper. Santa's gone away on a special vacation. Mrs. Claus. So I'm filling in this year. But I can tell that you've been a good little girl. And if you keep this making a secret between us, I'll put in a good word with Santa and keep you on a nice list. Extra nice list. How about that? And he offers this pinky square, the little girl.
The little girl takes it and Pinky swears you back and says, I'd really like a Nintendo Switch too.
Durin goes, that's on the back order, but we can get it in 3 to 6 business months.
Okay, that's fine.
What would
Hey,
be
Durin.
I think Brianna just sees what's going on with Felix's little moral quandary, and so does Cameron, the little bear. And Cameron starts to move over to try and stop Felix from stealing the thing, and Brianna grabs them and holds them back for a second, and then they see Felix decide not to take it, and they look at each other and just smile.
I am so glad I did not earn myself whatever was coming from the wrath of Cameron.
And with that, we end our marvelous Christmas tale. Santa's workshop safe for another year. Our heroes all on the nice list. And we say goodbye to this Christmas one shot. But we'll be back
Felix,
again next year. Now can we find out where Brianna of Arge comes from?
Yes, please.
It's wished she's from Arj.
Oh,
Goodness. Okay, I'm really
that's
annoyed
genius.
that I.
But don't worry, Brianna's grown really fond of you guys.
That's good.
They've battled undead and dragons, tales worthy of lifting flagons. Yet their greatest challenge is yet to come in corporation and acquisition. The cult of discord stirs the night. Brother turns on brother in the fight. A machine buried and hidden away will rise again and start the decay. Doctors and dragons in